What is going on today, guys? Sticks10 here, and today we're going to take a look at some GO Battle League. We're in the Master League, and we ran a ton of sets yesterday. I did not run all 100 of them that were available for the battle event. I ran about half of them with family stuff and everything else going on. It was Easter. I had other stuff going on. I could not devote 7 hours to battle, unfortunately, but we did about half of them. I'm just showing a few highlights here. I am running the team right now in Master League of Dialga, and then we've got Mewtwo, ShadowBall Mewtwo, and then we've got Togekiss that you see right now. Dialga and Togekiss are both double moved. I don't have a double move right now on my ShadowBall Mewtwo. It's actually working out fairly well. I think I'm going to build a new Mewtwo, though, probably. This one's not the greatest. It's one I maxed out a long time ago for raids and stuff. So, not the greatest. It's one of my only ones with Shadow Ball. So, we're gonna work on getting a better Mewtwo. But you can see here, guys, Mewtwo just does work. You can see they block the Shadow Ball. I switch immediately into my Dialga. Dialga has a pretty good matchup here against Giratina, so we're gonna let that go through. There's our Iron Head. This is gonna do quite a bit of damage. They actually shield it, so that's great. We're gonna go back in here with our Mewtwo, and because its stat product is so high, it's gonna win a lot of CMP ties. So there you go. There's a Shadow Ball, and if you guys follow me on Twitter, you've seen this battle before. And here is the next Shadow Ball. And man, it just hits so hard. Like, look at that. Just KO, basically. One hit KO, done. Done for the count. We actually took out Giratina and Metagross in that with 2 Shadow Balls. It's amazing. I love it so much. I've switched it as my closer. If you can get energy on it, guys, it's really, really good. So here we go against Dialga. We're going to shield up this Iron Head here. And won't KO, but it will get us pretty low. We actually can take another one. And in that first battle, I did make a mistake. I should have hit Flamethrower instead of... I hit Ancient Power 1 point. So I have... looking back, that was one mistake I made in that first battle, and I think I made it again there. I don't know if I was exactly there or not, but they did shield, so, but it doesn't matter at that point. I don't need to look for the boost, and I just need to hit what's going to do the most damage. And so here we go. We each have a shield, and I actually get to mine my Shadow Ball first, and so we're going to throw that, and then we're going to allow... we're going to shield, and then it's going to be a race to the next one. I actually think I survive. Oh, they actually switch out into Kyogre and hit a Surf into me, so that's okay. I'm going to survive that, and I'm going to come back in with my Dialga. We're going to go for that Iron Head. This will not KO. You can see not very effective. I probably could have just went Draco Meteor there. But I will survive another Surf, unless... I'm pretty sure this is just a Surf. Yeah, there's the Surf, and we do survive, and we have quite a bit of extra energy there, and we are going to throw another Iron Head here, and that's going to do almost nothing. But I think I have enough already on the Mewtwo. We're going to throw a Shadow Ball, and that's going to be GG's on this Metagross. And that's one of the reasons I switched to it. I was looking at the matchups, and obviously I was running Machamp kind of in this spot before, and the problem was Metagross. It's kind of an iffy matchup, and especially late game when you don't have any shields, it's a lot of problems. And where my Mewtwo can one-hit KO those. So that is why I made that switch. Was one of the matchups that I was looking at, where it does help. And you can see I typically the Melmetal Dialga, I won't shield the first one because a lot of times people are trying to bait out that shield. And you can see I actually swap into my Mewtwo and take that superpower, no problem. I'm going to shield up here. I don't really... That was kind of a waste of a shield. He had 2 debuffs on his attack, so I could have done quite a bit there with that shield later. but it'll be okay. He does go down to that Shadow Ball, and then in comes this Giratina. I did farm up some extra energy there, so he's going to want to shield these. So there's one shield from him. Let's see if I can get to the second one. Am I going to use... I used a shield here, so I'm going to... Oh, and it was an ominous wind, but that would have done quite a bit to Mewtwo. So it's okay. We're going to throw a Shadow Ball, and actually, look how much that does, guys. Oh, it's just so amazing. And I'm going to let y'all in on a secret. My Mewtwo sucks. Like, I think it's a 13 attack Mewtwo. Like, terrible for PvP. Fortunately, I maxed it out a long time ago, and I just held on to it. It has Shadow Ball. It's still pretty good. So, just imagine what a 15... I don't know. Would a 15 KO from that range? I don't know. I need to look at it and see how much damage 13 versus 15 against Giratina does. Origin form there. But it would have been interesting, to say the least. There, I don't know if I would have got to another one. I do get the shield, so that's the most important part. And then in comes my Dialga, which already had a preloaded Iron Head, so that's going to be GG's. Pretty close match there. You can see these are just being decided by very, pretty low HP on the last Mon. And that's one of the frustrating things I think about Master League for me, is just that so many of them are close, like very close matchups. For the event, I didn't do that great. Like, you're seeing all these highlights, but I honestly won about 50% of my games, and my rank actually went down a little bit yesterday. Not by much, but it did go down a little bit. I think it's just, I don't know if it's by how the sets are. Like, I did a lot of 3 and 2 sets where I'd get 3 wins, 2 losses, but then I had some sets where I'd only get 1 win, and so I know that can kind of throw that balance off, even if you are your percentage wise is pretty close to 50%. So we're working on this team. I'm not sure what would make it better. I don't know if I could. That's what I'm trying to work towards, is try to find a team that's a little bit more consistently winning, is what I'm looking for right now in a team. And you can see here's Snorlax. Obviously, people are bringing Snorlax to counter Giratina. Since I'm not running a Giratina, it actually helps me quite a bit there, because Snorlax, it is a bulky boy, though. I mean, this is going to be a body slam. I don't know if it's going to be enough to KO. It does not. That's one of the things, guys. Body slam just doesn't do a whole lot to Dialga. So this is going to be a body slam. And here is Togekiss doing some charm damage there, and that's GG's. They decided that was it. So GG's there. And then we've got Dialga. Here we go against Origin form Giratina, the legless wonder. And we're gonna see how much this Shadow Ball. Okay, so good shield there. And they actually switch into Heatran, so we're gonna switch into our Mewtwo, and just go to town on this thing. I'm gonna shield up. I want to see a flamethrower, so that would have done quite a little bit there. That's one thing. Mewtwo, not very bulky, doesn't have a ton of a defense, so it's very attack weighted. You can see, I mean, we just like took out tons of that Heatran HP there. And let's see, they're probably going to shield here. They got 2 shields. They probably should, to try to maintain advantage there. Let's see how much this does. Is it going to KO? Oh, it does not. It was close, but not quite. So we're going to bring in our Togekiss. Obviously not doing super effective damage, but we are farming up quite a bit of energy there. Kyogre comes in, and we're going to swap into Dialga. Immediately go for the Iron Head. And we got the last shield there. So everybody is shieldless now. Probably should have went for... I'm so low. I don't know if I probably could have got... Oh, there's a Thunder. Okay. So some people are doing that. Notice. Okay, so here we're going to go for the Ancient Power to KO, because I don't want to take a whole bunch of damage. It does not KO, actually. We get one more charm off, and then it's just a race here. And we actually do win there with just Charm. Charmed it down. Charm does a ton, guys, if it's neutral, but still, it's slow on the charge moves. So here's an interesting one: Garchomp versus Dialga. So Garchomp, most people I've seen are running Sand Tomb. So there's the Sand Tomb. That's why I didn't shield. And then they're running Outrage. And so typically, what I've seen a lot of people do is farm down to. Okay, well. Yeah, a lot of people, what they're doing is farming down to, they're getting, going all the way to Outrage and then hitting the Sand Tomb. So that's why I didn't shield the first one. Outrage isn't going to KO Dialga, so I'm not too worried if the first one goes unshielded. I'd rather not shield the Sand Tomb like I did there, and that was, if I would have been paying attention, counting the moves, I would have known. So there's a Draco Meteor, getting rid of that Dialga. You can see we're just doing some damage there. We did get a reduced attack there because of the Draco Meteor. But here is our Mewtwo. Let's see what it's got. If it's Side Strike, we should be okay. Even if it'll get to a second one, I think. And we're actually going to swap. Because I want to. Side Strike is going to not very effective, but you can see it does quite a bit still. And we're going to get to the Shadow Ball here. And don't even need to hit everything. There's the KO. So GG's, very, very close game. You can see they kind of just gave up there. They knew it was kind of over that point. So guys, thanks as always to my Patreon supporter. If you guys haven't already, check out that link in the description. As always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and keep on battling.